An unwritten novel. What a title! I've been living with this. Such an expression of unhappiness was enough by itself to make one's eyes slide above the paper's edge to the poor woman's face, insignificant without that look, almost a symbol of human destiny with it. Life's what you see in people's eyes, life's what they learn, and having learnt it, never, though they seek or hide it, cease to be aware of what. That lies like that, it seems. Five faces opposite, five mature faces, and the knowledge in each face. Strange, though, how people want to conceal it. It's really true. Marks of reticence are on all those faces, lips shut, eyes shaded, each one of the five doing something to hide or stultify his knowledge. One smokes, another reads, a third checks entries in a pocketbook, a fourth stares at the map of the line framed opposite, and the fifth, the terrible thing about the fifth is that she does nothing at all. She looks at life. Ah, but my poor, unfortunate woman, do play the game. Do, for all our sakes, conceal it. As if she heard me, she looked up, shifted slightly in her seat, and sighed. She seemed to apologize and at the same time to say to me, "If only you knew." Then she looked at life again. "But I do know," I answered silently, glancing at the Times for manners' sake. "I know the whole business." Peace between Germany and the Allied powers was yesterday officially ushered in at Paris. Signor Nitti, the Italian Prime Minister, a passenger train at Doncaster was in collusion with a goods train. We all know. The Times knows, but we pretend we don't. My eyes had once more crept over the paper's rim. She shuddered, twitched her arm queerly to the middle of her back, and shook her head. Again I dipped into my great reservoir of life. Take what you like. I continued. Births, deaths, marriages, court circular, the habit of birds. Leonardo da Vinci, the Sandhills murder, high wages and the cost of living. Oh, take what you like. I repeated, it's all in the Times, the newspaper. Again, with infinite weariness, she moved her head from side to side until, like a top exhausted with spinning, it settled on her neck. The Times was no protection against such sorrow as hers, but other human beings forbade intercourse. The best thing to do against life was to fold the paper so that it made a perfect square, crisp, thick, impervious even to life. This done, I glanced up quickly, armed with a shield of my own. She pierced through my shield, she gazed into my eyes as if searching any sediment of courage at the depths of them and damping it to clay. Her twitch alone denied all hope, discounted an illusion, so we rattled through Surrey and across the border into Sussex. I would have loved to read it, but with my eyes upon life, I did not see that the other travellers had left one by one, till save for the man who read, we were alone together. Here was Three Bridges Station. We drew slowly down the platform and stopped. Was he going to leave us? I prayed both ways. I prayed last that he might stay. At that instant he roused himself, crumpled his paper contemptuously like a thing done with, burst upon the door, and left us alone. The unhappy woman, leaning a little forward, palely and colourlessly, addressed me, talked of stations and holidays of brothers at Eastbourne, and at the time of the year, which was, I forget now, early or late, but last, looking from the window and seeing I knew only life she breathed. Staying away, that's the drawback of it. Ah, now we approach the catastrophe, my sister-in-law. The bitterness of her tone was like lemon on cold steel, and speaking not to me, but to herself, she muttered, "Nonsense," she would say. "That's what they all say." And while she spoke, she fidgeted as though the skin on her back were a plucked fowl's in a poulterer's shop window. Oh, that cow, she broke off nervously. Now the story continues, of relatives, so on, Aunt Minnie and children, you know, talking about things. It's a beautiful, I'm just beginning this, but that is what novels are. Family stories, at least in the Western sense, and that is why I like family diagrams in Vikram Seth's A Suitable Boy or something. The sister-in-laws. I think I am going to say good for now. I mean, it's wonderful, and I have to pick this up. And this is historic. I didn't even know that this existed. Monday or Tuesday. Title of the story, title of the collection of stories by Virginia Woolf. Thank you, friends, for sharing this quick bit of the beginning of the reading of this book.